Hey everyone, welcome back to BeautyBySage. Thanks so much for tuning in. Sorry that I have no makeup on. Today is my first video of the Makeup 101 series. So I'm going to talk all about foundation today, kind of how to pick it, what you want to wear underneath it, and then I'm going to show you how I apply my foundation as well as my eyebrows, because I think your skin and the base foundation as well as your brows are kind of like the, foundation of your makeup, and it's going to frame your face and really produce a beautiful base for everything else. So let's get started. So before you put on foundation, it's important you put on a moisturizer and an eye cream. Now, if you have oily skin, you're going to want to use an oil-free moisturizer. If you have dry to normal skin, you're going to want to use a moisturizer with oil. And likewise with foundation, if you have an oily skin, you're going to want to go for a foundation that is for oily skin or mattifying or oil-free. I have a dry to normal skin, so I go for foundations with oil that are designed just for normal to dry skin. If you do have an oily skin, make sure your moisturizer is oil-free as well as your foundation. If they don't match as far as the containing oil or not containing oil, they're not going to mix in your face. And same goes for dry skin. If you're wearing a moisturizer with oil in it, you're going to want to wear a foundation with oil in it so they blend together easily. So one brand I love from the drugstore for foundation is Revlon. I use it most every day. My favorite for my dry to normal skin is the Photo Ready. And this is, it's not oil-free. I love it. It is easy to work with. It has a little bit of light reflecting pigments in it. It just is beautiful for everyday use. They also make a color stay in Revlon, and this comes in an oil-free formula. I have the dry to normal skin, but it comes in oil-free, so this would be a great option in the oil-free for an oily skin, and I'll list all the products down below. So I've already done my skincare. I have my moisturizer on and my eye cream. So I'm just gonna get going with the foundation. I'm gonna today use the Photo Ready. My color is 004 Nude. And what I like to do is put it on the back of my hand. I use about pump and a half. And as per usual, I love using my fingers. Now, please, by all means, use a foundation brush if you like. And if you want to see more about basic brushes and kind of essential brushes, I will link up here my brush guide, and you can take a look at that. But I like using my fingers, so I'm just going to pop this on and evenly apply it all over the skin. I think using the fingers gives a beautiful coverage, and it doesn't leave any streaks. I just think it's the best for me, that is. But everyone is different. And a little on the nose. A little on the eyelids because I have built-in pinky ready eyeshadow, which is not always desired. A little on the other side. And this foundation is blending really nicely with the moisturizer and eye cream I have because they both suit my dry to normal skin, so it's not an issue. So we have one coat on. Now I'm going to go in and just kind of tap on where I think I need a little extra coverage. Skin's not too terrible right now, so tap down here. Ooh, light just burned out. That's exciting. Tap up here. Yeah, so there you go, that's the foundation. Okay, so next I'm gonna put my concealer on and let that kind of dry a little bit, then I'll move on to my eyebrows. Concealers are so important, but I find that I'm not as picky about them as foundations. I love the Maybelline Fit Me concealer. It's like this. I wear the color Fair, but they come in a bunch of colors. So, I mean, if you want to try one that's inexpensive from the drugstore, I would just try this one. And just like the foundations at the drugstore, as long as you save your receipt, you can absolutely exchange or return the product if it doesn't fit you. So kind of go in, take a look at what you think might be in the range of your skin tone and maybe buy a couple and then just return the one you don't like. I've never had a problem with that at Target, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, whatever you like. Or if you really want to splurge, you go to the makeup counter and get matched at like a Nordstrom and then get something super fancy. But I mean, if you're just getting into makeup or you want to try some new makeup, I would just go check out the brands I showed today. I'm gonna skip the corrector. Corrector would be a pink-based product you put on under the concealer to cover any super dark circles. But this is just basic, so I'm gonna skip that. This concealer is a little wet, so as you'll see here, I'm gonna let it sit while I move on to the eyebrows because it's a little wet, so if I were to blend it right now, it would move all over the place and just be a little bit unruly. So my latest eyebrow routine is taking a hair colored pencil, my eyebrow hair color, and kind of filling them in a bit and then going over with a powder to set that waxy pencil. So I'll show you here. You don't want to really draw, just do little feathery strokes. And follow the line of your brow, both on the bottom, like that, and the top. And see, I don't know if you can see, but in the middle there I have kind of, looks like it's empty, so it's great because this waxy pencil you can just fill right in. You can accentuate your arch as much as you like, and it just is a nice way to get a base of the shape. And then the powder again will set everything and then lock it into place. So there you go, that's the pencil. I'm gonna do the other side, then I'll show you the powder. Okay, so that is the pencil in. Doesn't need to be perfect. I mean, eyebrows, I have heard this is such a cute statement. They're supposed to look like sisters and not twins. So your eyebrows aren't supposed to be the same. They will never really be the same, and they can have a little character. So that's cute. I'm gonna leave that like that. Next, I'm gonna take my eyebrow color, and it's just an eyeshadow in this palette. It's kind of a ashy, very light brown, kind of a dark oatmeal color on an angle brush, and I'm just gonna brush this through them. This isn't really for color or for shape, but just to set the pencil in place. And the other side. Now I'm going to take the little brush on the end of my eyebrow pencil and brush them up. Okay, I think our concealer is ready to pat, so I'm going to take a clean ring finger and pat. And the reason why I took it down in a triangle shape was to bring light down my face and give a really beautiful kind of highlight down there under the eye, which looks really pretty, especially in pictures, but pretty for every day as well. There you go, that's it, blended. And the other side. There you go, so there's the concealer. Now we can powder our face. First I'm gonna set my under eye concealer with powder, so I'm gonna use this setting brush, dab into my powder. Powders, again, I'm not too fussy about. I love this Milani Multitasker powder. I know Rimmel makes a great one called Stay Matte, and I can write them all down below. But yeah, just pick up any powder you like that's either sheer or has a little tint and give it a try. Makeup is a lot about trial and error. Like, find what you like and then stick with it. Here we go. I'm just gonna set the under eye concealer. That ensures it's not gonna move anywhere and it will stay all day. And also it won't crease. If you have a little extra creamy product, this kind of absorbs it in a way and it means that the cream won't crease. Other side. Now with my powder brush, I'm gonna take the same powder and just set the foundation on the face. So I kind of pat it in at first. If the foundation's really dewy or still pretty wet, you don't want to just start blending because you will move the foundation and that won't be pretty. So just pat, and once you get a little layer, then you can kind of buff it. Okay, so that is my foundation and eyebrow routine. I hope you found it useful, and stay tuned for my next video in Makeup 101. It's gonna be on bronzer, blush, and highlighter, how to do those 3 basic things, which will be the next step right after I do these steps. So I hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.